Yes guys, it's the boy Cam, CTB, Cam Talks Boxing. Fight week, Chris Eubank Jr. against Benn. Here's my prediction, let's go. Yes guys, so it's fight week obviously. The big fight on the zone, pay-per-view. Chris Eubank Jr. against Benn, Benn. Eubank Benn, Benn Eubank. It's going to be a fascinating fight. It is really exciting. It's a crazy fight, isn't it? For a number of reasons. The history, the fathers, the weight, just both of them, like the timing. You'd think Chris Eubank Jr. would go for the world title against Andre Golovkin, and you'd think Eubank, and you'd think Benn, would fight one of those top 5 guys, or top 10 guys like Stanionis, Avanesian, even like a Ugas, Keith Thurman, really to get himself into world title shot, really to get himself into contention. So the timing of the fight, that's one thing, but let's just talk about the fight now. I don't even like doing predictions, honestly, because I think there's so many crazy things that could happen in this fight. Imagine if Benn knocks Eubank out. Imagine Eubank stops Benn. There's a lot of factors to consider. Look, one of them being Chris Eubank Jr. He's going to be weight trained. I'm intrigued to see how he looks on the scales, and I probably will do a video reacting to the weigh-in, to be honest, because it'll be very interesting to see even how Benn looks. He looks in a phenomenal shape at the moment, but look, my prediction, it's a bit boring, but I just see it as the Chris Eubank Jr. points win. Reason being, I don't actually see Benn stopping Chris Eubank Jr. because Chris Eubank Jr.'s got a granite chin. He's been hit by some hard 168 pounders as well. Groves, he's fought obviously DeGale, and he's obviously fought at 160 as well, other fighters at 160, and he's never really been rocked, has he? So he's got a granite chin, one of the best chins in boxing, and yes, Benn's got power, yes he's speed, yes he's quick, he's electric, he's younger, and that's why obviously the way I see the fight playing out, I say the first few rounds Benn will, I think, really try and put it on Eubank, and I think he'll go for the knockout, and I see Chris Eubank Jr. holding his own, winning some rounds, boxing nicely. I see him doing a lot of showboating in those early rounds as well, whilst he knows Benn's trying to take his head off. And I think Benn will he'll gas, I think he'll get tired, and then I think Chris Eubank Jr. will run off with it in the second half of the fight. But I think it'll be a good fight, and to be honest, there's obviously a chance that it could be a close points win, and it could be a close fight on points, and it could go to Benn, because you see with Chris Eubank Jr., even in his last fight, he gives a lot of rounds away. He was in a great lead earlier on this year in his last fight, and then he took his foot off the gas, and then his opponent started getting back into the fight, and he really can't afford to make that mistake against Benn, because even when we haven't seen Benn box that much, because he normally gets knockouts, it'll be intriguing to see how he can box, how he can win rounds against Chris Eubank Jr. So I'm predicting a Chris Eubank Jr. points win. I just think he's got a granite chin. But yeah, you don't rule out Chris Eubank Jr. stopping Benn. But that's the thing. When I'm thinking about Chris Eubank Jr., I'm thinking of the solid 160 pounder. We don't know how he's going to look. So imagine if he is weight drained. Imagine if he is actually really affected, and maybe imagine if 60% isn't actually good enough to beat Benn. You could actually argue that Benn could actually knock Eubank Jr. out, because when you're weight trained, you don't have your full energy, you don't feel as strong, you feel lethargic, you don't feel the same, so that could cause a lot of issues. Hence, his dad, Chris Eubank Sr., is supposedly telling people to boycott the fight. Do I really think that's true? I think it's mind games. I think he's doing it. It's just all part of the Eubank whatever they're doing, their ideas, their plan, and I just don't see that happening. I think his dad will be in the corner, but look, there's so many different outcomes that could happen in this fight. Obviously, a lot of people would love Benn to knock. I mean, the thing is that Benn knocking out Chris Eubank Jr. would be a statement, and it would probably be the better outcome because Conor Benn's the one who's up and coming. He'll turn into a huge star, and then that would be a statement, and then you'd really start to hope, you know what, he could actually be the next pay-per-view star in the UK. He could become a world champion. So yeah, obviously Benn winning by knockout or Benn winning at all would be amazing. He already said he would give Eubank a rematch, so let's just see how it goes, guys. But that's my prediction. Chris Eubank Jr. points win. Bit of a boring breakdown of the fight and a boring prediction, but look, that's just how I see it playing out. I hope I'm wrong, to be honest. I hope there is a stoppage. I hope there is a knockout. I hope there is drama. I hope there's cuts. I hope there's blood. I hope it's such an entertaining fight. I hope it's a fight of the year. So yeah, let's see how it goes, guys. I'll be back with another video.
I can't even pronounce her name. Talking numbers on the phone while I'm getting brains. Switch 4 lanes, I'm in my own lane. You can catch me